Basketball season's pretty much here. Exhibition one in the books. Tennessee Duke tonight. Sold out Food City Center, Thompson Bowling Arena. Pretty cool sight to see tonight. It's not even Halloween, and you got to sell out for some basketball in Thompson Bowling. But Tennessee drops this one tonight to Duke 83-76. We'll talk about my thoughts on this, post-game thoughts, what we saw tonight, and we'll go from there. But make sure you hit that like, that share, that subscribe. Thanks so much for your support, for tuning in on this one. Tennessee Duke tonight. This was this was a fun one tonight. It was a fun game. Tennessee had a good first half. I think Rick Barnes will be pretty disappointed in the second half. But my thoughts on it is, the guys you saw out there getting a lot of run tonight, outside of Nate Ament, outside of Jacoby Gillespie. I'll be curious to see what the rotation is like. There were some guys I like what I saw out of them tonight that maybe didn't get as much run, but in an exhibition game, again, it's no worries coming out of that tonight. I mean, if you remember back last year, they lost against Indiana last year. Chaz Lanier did not shoot well in that game. We know Chaz Lanier went on to have a really good season for Tennessee. So, the two guys people were looking out for tonight, number one, all eyes on Nate Ament. Number two, all eyes on Jacoby Gillespie. And they did combine for 33 points tonight, but it was 10 out of 40 shooting. They were 3 out of 18 from three-point range. So, it's a little bit of a rough night for both, but they were, I've seen others say it too. They were efficient tonight. They were definitely efficient on the night. You can see with the Mint, he's not afraid. He's not afraid of the limelight, the sold-out crowds. Yeah, he didn't shoot his best night. Duke was on him tonight. Duke was physical with him. Gillespie had his moments. Both guys had their moments tonight. Overall, we're going to see much better from them as the season progresses along. Now, you saw guys getting, kind of looking at it as well, looking at it from a minute standpoint. You saw Akpara get 31 points. I thought he had a good game, 11 points, 8 rebounds, hit a three-pointer in the first half. That was pretty interesting. Bishop Boswell, 24 minutes, 0 for 2. That, to me, I don't see that one. I don't see that one sticking. They're going to have somebody in there with some offense. And I liked what I saw in a little bit of action of Ethan Berg, and I saw what I liked, I liked what I saw out of Amari Abram as well. Not much time that either one of them got tonight. I know Berg, 15 minutes, Abram, 12. I think you'll see more of both of them as we go along as well. I mean, the guy that probably made the most noise that wasn't expecting that was Dwayne Brown when he come in, had 10 points, in the first half, 10 points, 6 rebounds, a really good night for him. But I'm curious to see, too, how many minutes he'll get this year. I mean, because you're going to have Felix Akpara, J.P. Estrella. J.P. Estrella didn't get a lot of minutes tonight, but J.P. Estrella is healthy from everything we hear. He had 5 points on the night. He hit a 3, hit his only other shot, had a couple rebounds and an assist on the night. He is, I think, going to add a whole lot to this team. As we can see, he's a big guy. He can step out and shoot the 3. He can drive. He can do a lot of things. So we didn't see a lot of him tonight, but I fully expect we'll see more of him, when they start in 8 days against Mercer. But I've got high expectations for him this year because he just seems like that type of guy who can be kind of a game changer with them as well. But you got Akpara, J.P. Estrella, Cade Phillips did some good things tonight. We saw Jalen Carey on the night. He had 4 points. Only played 11 minutes. I think you'll see a lot more from him as we go along as well. And then, with Estrella, I can see them taking it easy with him tonight. Of course, he was injured last year. There were some injuries in the preseason also. So you take it easy with him. But, as far as efficiency went tonight, your top 4 efficient guys were Akpara, Dwayne Brown, according to the stats, Jacoby Gillespie, Cade Phillips on the night. Looking at it as well, I want to look to stats. I think in the second half, really, what Rick Barnes will be upset about is the rebounding comparison, because for the game, Duke out-rebounded Tennessee 48-39. It was like 24 to 14 in the second half. I thought Duke come out and really owned that game, especially Boozer. I mean, 24 points, 23 rebounds for him tonight. That was pretty impressive with it. And he played all but 1 minute of the game. So Duke come out. I mean, both teams took it serious. I know both teams probably didn't show their full hand tonight, but something to watch with Tennessee here is that, a physical team like Duke gave them trouble tonight. Gave them trouble. Tennessee shot 31% from three-point range. Duke got to the foul line 13 more times than Tennessee on the night. Now, Tennessee shot better field goal percentage-wise, but all that's kind of a moot point tonight. The things you really kind of look at that stands out to me. Wanted to see what Gillespie and Ament would look like against a good team like Duke. And then the physicality, the rebounding battle. Duke, again, that second half, they really – I thought they I wouldn't say they owned Tennessee, but they were very active on the boards, and Tennessee was having trouble with it. I mean, even some of the ones Tennessee did get the rebound, they were tapped around, and Tennessee ended up coming out with it. But I still think as far as the polls go, Tennessee is ranked too low this year. They're ranked 18th. Ken Palm has them at 9. I think that's more accurate. But I look at this team. They've got numerous options on the inside. The one place I still look at and wonder about is the two-guard spot. But the little bit we saw of Ethan Berg tonight, he looks to me like a guy who could maybe be a big help. He handles the ball well. He could drive. He hit his three-pointer tonight. Again, I can't see it with Boswell. There's no offensive game there. There just isn't. Maybe we'll see more of that down the line. But that's something I don't need to see those moments where there's 2 to 3 guys with no offensive game on the floor. So don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here stressing over it or freaking out or something, but we've seen that each year. And I know we'll see more of Estrella. We'll see more Berg and Abram once we get into the season. I think Tennessee's got the pieces to do some really big things this year. And, Nate Ament tonight, yeah, he had some freshman moments, but, man, I'm telling you, you saw the talent. You saw that he's not scared to take over. And there's going to be some nights he's going to light that scoreboard up. Same with Jacoby Gillespie as well. This team's going to be good. They've got a good 1-2 punch. They've got an inside game as well. And there's numerous options, I think, especially with Berg and Abram in the lineup, because both those guys can hit shots. That adds a lot to it as well. Could you at some point go Gillespie, Ament, JP Estrella, Jalen Carey, Felix Okpara? I think that would make for an interesting line. They've got a lot of options, a lot of flexibility on the night. Again, I think this gave Tennessee enough where Rick Barnes is going to have some stuff to get on these guys about. He's going to have some stuff that they're going to have to work on as well. But again, I heard a comment during the game. They were talking about with John Shire and his schedule ain't Duke, and I liked it. He said, I'm not scheduling to go undefeated, scheduling to test us. That's what you got to do right there. You schedule good and non-conference. I mean, your conference schedule is what it is. And, looking at Tennessee as well and their schedule, I like the fact that, yeah, let's schedule to test our guys. I mean, Duke tonight was a test for sure. I thought I had it pulled up. I had the baseball schedule pulled up. I mean, you got Mercer, Northern Kentucky, North Florida, Rice, Tennessee State. That's not the, powerhouse teams starting out so much. But then you got Rutgers and Houston in the Players Era Championship, and they possibly have a third game in as well. They play Syracuse. They play Illinois, Louisville, Gardner-Webb, South Carolina State before they get into conference play. And then once they hit conference play, I'm trying to see, sometimes there is no non-conference mixed in. So I don't really see this as one of Tennessee's tougher non-conference schedules this year. There's some good teams on the schedule. I would like to see them go a little more than what they are, a little more like Duke's going with that, to be honest with you. But, the difference, too, is Duke's scheduling some SEC teams. Tennessee's playing them for the year. Tennessee scheduled some ACC teams. Don't know what we'll see out of Syracuse. I would think Louisville will be pretty good this year. They got some good players out of the portal as well. But again, tonight, fun game. Got to see some glimpses of some things that could be good for them. And again, Tennessee didn't show their hand tonight. They didn't show everything they're going to do. It'll look much different, I think, when they play Mercer and going forward at that point. But, overall, I'm excited about this team. I think the ceiling is high. I like the potential of it as well. It's going to be a fun ride. And once the season starts, I'll be live. I'm going to try to go live after every game. I know there will be nights where I will not be able to. But, I kind of canceled the Monday live show, not doing the football live because really, the things I want to focus on is baseball, basketball here. That's where I can kind of differentiate from other channels. That's where my niche kind of has to be really to stand out on that. So I hope you'll tune in once those get going. Frank, House of Orange, have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you when I see you.